But speaking of people saying things in phrases, sound check.
Okay,
No.
I'm here. 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 I'm here.
I think that one was Ken. You guys are stupid and that's okay. You guys are stupid and that's okay. You guys are stupid and that's okay. Hobbit.
Yes, sir.
I
am here.
I'm actually a little bit disappointed she didn't ear rape me. I was curious as to what that would actually sound like.
There's multiple reasons why I did not. The first one being I'm apparently the only decent person in this chat, and
Well, you're not wrong.
I will have you know. Sorry, I blacked out for a second. What?
do you have one of those conditions where every time you lie, you pass out?
No, he just has minor autism.
I'm actually debating whether or not what she was saying is an actual thing. Every time you laugh, you pass out. She is messing with me, right?
Lie.
Yes.
Lie.
Every time she lies, she passes out.
I don't.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
sorry,
Someone
that was
theoretically might.
yeah. You got it. Sorry.
I am so lost. I'm assuming that's an inside joke.
Anyway, but another reason why I probably wouldn't do that is the fact that I'm in my apartment and my roommates are home. And we have an actually decent relationship.
Just do it.
But if you have a good relationship, they would understand.
We have a good relationship based on the fact that all of us are people that generally like to help other people, not harm other people. So it would be less understanding of the
there's your problem.
Yeah, I know.
What is that like? I'm sorry, I worked at I'm not familiar with this philosophy. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that one hurt a little bit, Tugboat?
Yeah, a little. Yeah. I need 5 minutes to recuperate from that.
I kind of want to keep that in the recording. I think I might.
Just splice it in there.
Oh, I will.
So in general, was the sound check fine? Everybody good?
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Is that despite all of that screaming, I think that's the first sound check that's ever been 100% right off the first try.
Nice.
So you
see,
just
it had to do with the
scream more
screaming.
often?
Yeah.
Hopefully that. Nope, not gonna finish that sentence.
Scream more.
That's what I'm hearing.
Either you give us an excuse to do what we're already planning on doing anyway, or you invoke Murphy's Law. Either way, it doesn't end well for you.
She understands very well.
I've been on this planet for a quarter of a century. I know many things.
She plays D&D and she knows things.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Because I don't drink.
I do. Not
You
often.
call yourself Irish.
Okay. Does anybody
Scottish.
want to give? Does anybody want to give a brief synopsis of our last session?
We almost found a dragon.
Yeah. Yep. That is true.
And then Torin was played by the DM, and I gotta say he did a really good job of it.
Yeah.
That's what happened. I'm like, I don't remember.
I
Going
don't
into...
remember what did happen.
Don't worry, Ken. You'll hear it in like 3 months when the recording eventually comes
Stop.
out.
I will have you know that I was editing one yesterday. It's not my
which
fault.
one?
Wow.
It's
How
not my
old
fault.
was-
They're 3 hours long.
It's only partially your fault.
Yeah, especially when my family came over and I had to stop.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I can give a synopsis. Besides, we almost found a dragon.
It was the highlight of my day.
I'm dead.
We wound up in the town of Thunder Tree and found that it is abandoned and overrun with zombies of an ashy kind and some kind of small plant monsters. We met, I don't remember his name now, but we met the druid.
He was not friendly.
You guys didn't like him, even though he's fine.
He was totally fine. People just have
All
no
I
social
did was
skills.
impose on his personal space. All right, jeez.
Right off. That's
Right.
his name. Right off.
Yeah.
And you guys didn't like him too much for whatever reason.
We seem to get
You
along
guys-
fine
But
with the
you're
bard.
sounding a little bit insecure right now, and I'm concerned.
I mean, you guys can do what you want.
Do you think his
I
name
just-
is Right Off because we wrote him off right away?
Oh my god.
All right, so
I
Brave
wasn't gonna
dies.
say it, but here we are. Oh, and then we fought zombies, and the entire time, well, not the entire time, pretty much after the fact, but Brave and Kyle were playing Legolas and Gimli, trying to one-up the counts.
That's true. That is true.
And then you guys camped out. We basically accomplished one day in
That's a feat.
in 3 hours. So
Indeed.
Why can't I do that at
Oh.
work?
And I ran into cultists, but I didn't interact with
you
them.
didn't run into them. They were walking past.
Yeah.
Kind
Well.
of. So, you guys awake the next day, feeling rested. And yeah, that's where we're at. You guys are awake now.
Torrin's just gonna like sit up real quick and scream like, "Where am I?"
Ken,
Okay.
If you're going to go out of your way to find an excuse, find an actual excuse.
To be fair, that feels like something Torrin I hate to say it, but
I think that's how he wakes up from a hangover. Is he just goes, "Woo! That was fun. Let's do it again," even though I don't remember any of it.
I shoot straight up in a 90-degree angle and jump out of bed through the roof.
I didn't know dwarves could jump.
Did you say through the roof?
Through the freaking roof.
Okay, that's going to be one hell of an athletics check.
Okay, well,
I'm
I'll
gonna need
do
to
it.
roll for damage.
athletic check first to make sure he can actually get to the roof.
I don't have my app open. One moment.
And here we thought Brave would die first. Turns out it's torn to a seriously fatal neck injury. As in, his head is at a 190-degree angle.
21.
What? Oh no.
No. We could call him nearly headless Hick.
You're going to for some way somehow your momentum as you rolled up out of the bed and just leap straight up into the ceiling. You are able to actually reach the ceiling with your dome piece, and you're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage and flop back to the floor.
Where's it?
Horn's gonna hit the ground really loudly. I'm gonna jump up, and I'm up. And I'm just gonna look over like, yeah, that figures.
You know,
Early to bed, early to rise, early to knock themselves the shit out. But whatever.
Oh, right. Well, I don't suppose I'll be needing coffee this morning. Torrin? Torrin, are you alright? Did you have a nightmare?
Just a little lost, I guess.
Insight check?
Go for it.
Did he say he was lost?
Yeah.
He woke up not exactly sure of where he was.
That would make sense. I don't know why though. It's
Torrin's
mysterious.
just perpetually drunk, you
Right.
guys.
So that'd be a modified
Modified 8?
18.
18.
I figured she was gonna say
Ooh.
18. She did cut out
Yeah.
after 8 though.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to know that it wasn't just me.
Nope.
Um,
nope.
I mean, I, as the DM, honestly have no idea why he decided to do that, apart from the fact that he wanted to try and jump through the roof. But
It's been a minute. I just
He
wanted
had
to...
a song stuck in his head, and that was the only way to get rid of it.
it was Eddie Van Halen's "Jump."
I thought about that, but I was gonna say "Diggy Diggy Hole."
Damn it, Kyle.
No,
Link in description.
that song is always playing, but not in his heart, not in his head, in his heart.
I'm just
because
saying.
he's a dwarf.
I'm just saying, if someone dies and they make a dwarf, the two of you have to just do that periodically and just randomly sing it to each other. Just, even if it's to everyone else's annoyance, as long as we're not trying to be sneaky.
Especially if it's to everyone else's annoyance.
It's
If
like
you
a
roll
folk
a
song
natural
to
one
them.
on stealth, it's because they're doing a full-on duet.
It's literally a folklore to them. In my head, this is canon for me. That's folklore song. You know, that's just
That is the folk song of their people. Every dwarf knows Diggy Diggy Hole.
Surprisingly, you are correct. I need to notate this so that I don't forget it.
It is canon.
you don't even need a history check. That's flat out common knowledge, even amongst the other races.
Oh yeah,
Someone
absolutely.
took a gif of
If you see
Obama
a drunk
doing
dwarf,
the
you just
flop.
kind of mumble the melody, even if you don't know it, and then they just start going. You know, it's
Yep.
Let's see here. Where is my...
it's like grabbing a
I'm
dog's
gonna roll
tail. All of a
it.
sudden, he's excited.
I feel like this would be a
Grab to get excited.
history check to see if Aislinn knows Diggy Diggy Hole.
I'd be careful, Ken, because last
Go
I
for
checked, I burned you pretty
8.
well, and then I sent it
8?
to Colton.
Yeah.
You know that it's a common dwarf song, but you haven't put the time in to memorize it yourself.
Yeah, you don't really have to. You just hum like a single note, and boom, they do the singing for you.
Whatever you do, never hum the note of C4. Why? Just don't do it. But why though?
Don't.
Diggy diggy hole, diggy. What is happening? What is happening? I told you not to sing C4.
You did it to yourself.
They literally start coming up out of holes in the ground everywhere.
They're not
There
gnomes.
weren't any dwarves. There are no dwarves local to this area, but you have summoned them.
It has been officially notated as canon. Diggy Diggy Hole is a common dwarf digging song. In fact, sometimes just singing the song will summon dwarves.
Oh,
Nice.
I don't have any magic spells left, but I'm gonna summon. Well, actually, according to the rules, you can't do that. Diggy diggy hole. You right. Who hath summoned me?
You're rumbling.
Who hath summoned
A
me?
whole company of dwarves just comes pouring out of holes.
Attack! They all just stand there. I brought ale. Attack!
I got some hot chocolate.
Right.
Oh, he did it. Yep,
Breiv just
that's great.
turns around from where he's standing in the door frame, and he looks at Torn, sees the ceiling where he hit, and he's like, "Ah, I see."
See, we all just understand. Like, we have Torn in the party. This is just things that happen. After all, within the first week of knowing him, he attacked a wall, completely shit-faced.
Yep.
And that wall fucking earned it.
I was gonna say the wall completely unprovoked. All it did was stand there, and apparently it just looked at him wrong.
As walls do.
Yeah.
The walls may not have eyes, the walls may have ears, but they certainly have a mouth to talk mad shit.
Specifically to and about Torin.
Note to self: add magic mouth to spell list.
Phrasing.
Oh crap! Ow! Ow! Crap!
Hold on, no, I need to find an archer meme.
Okay.
For the record, it's a spell where you can cause like a wall to pass on a message when people walk by. But
Hey, hey, I like your top. This wall is creepy. I don't like it.
Okay. So, what are you guys going to do?
Scream.
You can't scream.
What are you
if
guys
all
going
weapons
to
are knocked
actually
out.
do?
I believe we were discussing checking out the castle today to see if we can figure out whether that's the source of our problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I remember it like it was yesterday.
A few weeks ago. Oh, right. Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Of course.
We all just have amnesia. It's fine. We're fine. I'm
Yeah.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It'll be
Everything's
fine.
okay.
Shh, everything will be okay.
Nobody's dead yet.
Every little thing gonna be alright.
Ah! Crap. Ow.
Ow, crap,
Crap.
ow.
Crap. Ah.
Are you done hurting
So-
yourself yet?
What are we
What?
doing?
We're waiting for Colton
Sorry.
to stop hurting himself.
Hey, you're the one who made me laugh so hard I threw out my back. Yeah,
We're
asshole.
going to the castle.
Yeah. Let's go to the castle.
Okay.
Castle
I'm
asshole.
heading straight to the castle.
So, you guys head out of the town square and around up the hill to the front door of this hut that is attached to the side of the tower. Yeah.
Planning on sneaking our way up to the castle. Was that the plan?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, roll for stealth.
Great.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Everybody who's planning on sneaking up to the castle.
Ah, free.
Torin is staying at least 60 feet back.
Stay.
Oh. Oh.
Stay.
I mean, it's
All
not
right.
too bad.
13.
I rolled a 13.
Hey.
Nice. How unlucky.
So I
Once I'm
only have
unlucky, I have
a
a plus. No. Yeah, I do have a plus 7 to stealth. Yep. So, yep.
I only have a +2
Oh.
to stealth.
I have a plus
And-
1 to stealth.
I rolled a natural 18.
Nice.
I rolled a 3. Or, no, sorry. I rolled a 6 and made out with a 13.
Why would you make out with a 13? That's freaking illegal, Kelso.
I'm sorry. A 13 out of 10 is about as hot as you can find. So, yeah.
It's still illegal, Kelso.
I understand what he said. I ignored the joke
No,
and went back to rating system.
Oh, no. I'm saying if a 5 makes out with a 13, there are, like, societal laws against this.
How dare you
Yeah.
call me a 5?
You're at
Oh,
least a
God.
solid 3.
Oh, damn, dude.
Oh, speaking of threes. Sorry, speaking of threes. I was at Walmart today
Okay.
because after work I bought a phone and I came across hipster tugboats. And
Oh,
I just about lost my shit.
What?
Hipster tugboat. So picture tugboat, okay? Little bit slimmer, not as broad-shouldered, full-on man beer or man bun, and like just very. It was a trip to see. Like
So
I
tugboat
can't.
if he hadn't fully embraced Calvinism.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
probably.
a good way of phrasing it, I guess.
I mean,
I don't know
have a
what
little
you're
bit of
talking
hardcore
about, Kelso. I
Calvinism.
see. Okay, Kelso, I don't know what you're talking about. I see that like every day.
Okay, let's see here. Save image.
I mean, it's really
Roll initiative.
culturally acceptable for me.
That too.
Wait, what?
What?
Whenever
let's see
tugboat goes, let's see. I just get worried because that means he's gone and started rolling for things.
here.
Yeah.
Not always.
Not always. He could be looking up monster
Okay,
stats,
normally-
their perception bonuses.
Right. He's normally looking up something though. That's what concerns me.
So we're gonna go back to session now,
Bacon.
and
Yes. Like, would the Dexy boys like to repeat their total scores?
Oh, 13.
Same.
15.
Torin, are you? Oh, 15? Okay.
And then
Yeah, you
20
guys-
for the bard.
You guys feel adequately stealthy as you approach the castle. or the shack that is attached to the tower. What are you guys gonna do? Are you guys gonna try and open the door?
Are there any
Go on into
windows in the hut?
cottage?
I would like to make a perception check.
There are windows on the hut, on the cottage. There are 2 windows, one next to the front door, and one around the side.
I'll try to very sneakily peek through the window near the front door.
Okay. Roll me perception.
Right.
I feel way more rusty about this than I honestly should.
Perception. Yes. A 12.
Okay. Peering in through the window, you see some dusty furniture. It looks like it's draped in some webbing. The window itself is pretty grimy. It's a little hard to see through. But you definitely see some like spider webs attached to the furniture, but they look old, like old cobwebs. So,
I say we go in.
okay.
Are there?
What is your entrance strategy?
I
I
would like to
kicked down the
do.
door.
How much like if I were to do a lap around the perimeter, like how much square footage are we talking?
Let's see here.
About half as much
In the cottage,
Yeah.
are you like the cottage itself or the tower too?
Both and individually.
There's the cottage is like almost a 20-foot square. And then the tower is only slightly larger.
Okay, and were they attached or were they just close to each other?
They are attached.
I'm gonna look around the back half of the cottage.
Okay? On the back side of the cottage, there is another door.
I would like to not just flat out walk in, but test the door.
Okay? Are you like checking it for traps, or are you seeing if it's locked, or what are you doing to it?
Checking to see if it's locked, and if it's not locked, checking for traps.
Okay. So you jiggle the doorknob and you feel that it is in fact not locked. And then to check for traps, I will need you to make a investigation check.
17 total.
17 total. The door does not appear to be trapped.
Okay.
Okay, I kicked down the door.
Hey,
Roll a strength check.
The front door or the door that I'm by?
The front door. That's a D20 plus my strength modifier, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Right.
Okay,
He's getting
21.
ready.
I thought he was saying that he rolled a 20 plus his strength modifier.
Right, so if he's breaking down a door, I'm getting the long sword ready.
Okay.
Just in case.
What did you roll? Brave?
21. 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that's pretty easy. This door is pretty old. Its wood is not terribly thick or heavy, and it crashes into the main room of the cottage, just straight off of its hinges.
Honey, I'm home.
Right, I'd like to check around and just see if there's anything that seems to take a notice of him crashing through the entrance.
Who
I'm gonna do the same because
enter the domain of Venom Fang?
Venom Fang?
Ooh, how'd you come up with that name?
From what direction do we hear this ominous?
within your skull.
It's coming from inside of the cottage, but from the front door it would be off to the right. And Kyle, would need to make a perception check to see whether or not he hears this ominous hissing voice.
Oh, whether or not I hear it?
From
Yes,
the back of the cottage.
because you are behind the cottage. There aren't any windows. The door is closed.
Okay. What was it? Perception, right?
Yeah.
Okay, definitely over 20.
Okay. Yeah, you hear it.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Yep. Hello, Venom Thing. My name is Breiv. LaFay. I am here investigating this place.
Is that how? Is that?
Brave, you say. We will see just how brave you feel.
Cool.
Only if you're brave enough. Only if you're brave enough. Only if you're brave enough. The second he said, "I'm brave, LaFay," and then you replied, "Brave," I knew that's what you were going to do.
Was
Honestly, it's too good of a joke to pass up.
Isn't it?
It is.
I mean,
It is.
You can't not.
it was required.
It honestly is. And Diggy Diggy Hole is canon. These are required things. It's fact. Well, I'm gonna look through a window and see if I see anything else, because I'm not gonna walk in after that all happened just yet, because this guy's just gonna kick down the door. That is over 20 as well. I love my plus 7.
For what?
Just
Sorry, I missed.
perception check.
Oh, another perception check?
He wants to look through the window.
Oh, on the back side of the cottage, there is not a window.
Oh, okay.
So you would have to go around to the other
I
side
will
of the
peek through
cottage.
the doorway then.
Okay. Peeking through the doorway, you are able to confirm that the inside of the cottage is in fact dusty, musty. It smells funky. The furniture is just coated in dust and cobwebs. However, from your left, you're able to pick up an acrid scent. The scent is very, I mean, it's pungent, acidic scent.
Nope. I closed the door. That I can only smell it though, right? That I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah. Not yet.
I'm going to. Let's see here.
Remind me, can minor illusion? It can't create light, right? That's what that's what we decided.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that is correct.
That makes the most sense. But I would like to use minor illusion to make an image of the most stereotypical, fully armored. Well, actually, no, not metal armor, like leather armor, but just a very stereotypical, arrogant, brash, bold adventurer walking through the door.
Okay.
I thought with minor illusion they couldn't move.
I will say that if you concentrate on the spell, that you would be able to make it move. As last time when you were in the camp and you made the mouse and snake thing, because you guys are concentrating on the spell.
Okay, so that was that the reasoning? I thought it was because we weren't in a turn-based combat. So that makes sense.
We still aren't in initiative, so
Yeah.
Right. That
So
I mean,
it would be concentration. Basically, like if she had a spell going that was a concentration spell, she would have to cancel it or not do minor illusion
in order to
in that fashion.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So by concentrating, you'd be able to pull that off. Yeah.
Cool.
So your image walks out into into the in front of the door that is on the right hand side of the tower of the cottage that looks like it would be leading into the tower. And the instant that it walks in front of the doorway, a jet of green poisonous gas just streams out of the doorway, and it pretty much fills the room of the cottage.
Wonderful.
And obviously the illusion can't be hurt or anything, so it just washes straight through it, and it pretty much clouds the entirety of the cottage. And then after a moment or two, the poison or the gas kind of settles down onto the ground, and it leaves like a slight greenish film.
Ugh.
Tasty.
Okay.
Neat.
I don't know if Breiv has noticed where I am at because I'm extra sneaky, but I'm still giving him a withering glare.
But it looks like it was empty. I replied back whispering to her.
I mean, I don't know why you're
You're
whispering.
both outside.
The jet went straight through the illusion, so he knows that it is not a creature, that it is in fact image. So that gig is up.
Aye, but you
Yep.
know someone was there in the first place. And now we've confirmed we don't want to go into the death trap.
No.
Yep.
So, did it come from somewhere, or did it just fill the room?
it
The
shot down
connection
from above.
between
It it shot out from the door that leads into the tower.
mhm.
Okay.
The hut and the tower are connected.
Gotcha. Huh.
Hmm.
Shall we scale the tower?
You can certainly try.
I'm not going to. I know the DMs don't like that, and that doesn't end well for the player.
It's just you're on the other side of the hut,
I-
so
I am fully willing to allow you to climb up the tower. I don't know where you got the idea that I don't like that.
I don't see why.
Stereotype.
I guess.
It's not really a stereotypical
Well,
decision. But
I wouldn't say
I'm-
stereotype. that's
I'm
not
a
the
very
word.
open world DM. Like, I have an idea of where I want to go. If you guys were like, nah, fuck that, straight east, I'd be like, okay, we're gonna create it as we go.
yeah, but I've been to the Testament. Nothing good happens after, and they went east.
Yeah, so the place you're going is gonna be north. Cool. I want to head east. There's nothing out there. It's just desert. I want to head east.
I'm going east. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. No. But
You wander
guys
in the
are-
desert and die of lack of water. Congrats.
So,
Dysentery.
So the door was cracked open. So seeing that, I shut it very quickly. Don't have windows, so I'm just gonna, I guess, continue working my way around the tower and see if I see
Okay.
anything else.
It'll take you like 30-ish seconds to finish circling the tower. It's not a terribly large structure,
Okay.
but especially if you are creeping, it'll take you a little bit longer, 30 to 45 seconds. But then you're able to make it back around the front. No real issues. Are you looking for anything as you're going around?
Just anything that looks misplaced or
On the backside of the
illusionary.
tower, there is some rubble. And if you were to look up, you would see that it comes from a hole in the top portion / ceiling of the tower that is likely where the dragon typically goes in and out.
Okay, noteworthy. I'm gonna continue my way around, and then
Okay.
let them know that.
Yeah, I'm making my way away. My way, I guess, more toward the tower walls and away from windows and doors.
Bad
Sounds
touch.
good.
The bad touch door.
Bad touch.
That's the bad taste, guys.
Guys,
Okay.
guys, I finished my puzzle.
Good. I'm proud of you.
I don't
Let's
know
do
what that
Are-
means.
Are you playing now?
Yup. All right. So we're at this big old dragon spot with the big old death trap at the front door. Torin's just kind of been sitting back listening, and he's
That's a
gonna-
first.
He's
Because he
gonna
rolled
have
good on his
a
stealth.
brilliant idea of does he see anything he can like hook a rope onto climbing the tower?
Not in particular. However, do you happen to have pitons in your?
Is that how it's pronounced?
I thought it was
Yeah.
Titans.
I've always heard it pitons. So,
No, I don't do climbing. Climbing spikes.
so there are several arrow slit windows visible in the tower. But
Piton.
besides that,
Piton.
there's.
I just looked it up.
See, I was right.
That hurts
for
my
once.
soul somehow.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna try climbing.
All right.
Okay. Do you have pitons?
Nope.
He's just gonna grip the heck out of that wall.
Okay, that is going to be. That's probably going to be an athletics check at disadvantage. So roll twice and take the lower.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna go through my inventory.
That will be a 9.
Okay. You get a few feet up, and then your hand slips, followed by your feet slipping, and you just kind of drop back down to the ground. Nothing terrible, but you definitely are going to have a very, very hard time climbing this without some assistance.
Okay. Hey, Kyle.
Yes.
Oh, he's on the other side. Hey, Brave.
Yeah, what up?
Get on your hands and knees. I want to climb up here.
Wait, why did he call for me and then change his mind? I missed that.
He forgot that you were making your way around the castle.
Oh, are you guys trying to climb the cottage then, or just the front of the tower, or what?
Torin moved to the other side of the tower, and he's trying to climb it.
So Torrance by me, isn't he?
Well,
You are still coming around the tower.
Oh, okay.
while you were doing that, we were going, let's move away from the front door where the poison
Right.
gas cloud is hitting.
Yeah.
Just okay, well maybe. Okay. There's that.
So I guess if Brave wants to help Torin, what is your path? Are you like gonna try and climb up on top of the cottage? Are you trying to go straight up the tower? Is he giving you a boost? Like, what are you guys doing?
I mean,
Yeah, I want to know too.
can I make a perception check to see scooch my booch?
To see what?
Scooch my booch.
One more time, because you cut out right at the beginning of what you're saying, or at least you did.
All right,
for
everyone,
me.
be quiet because I want to get this.
I want to scoot my booch up that tower.
Okay, and so what are you looking for with your perception check?
Anything to other than like a path, whether it's up the cottage and then jump, or
Are you looking for an Assassin's
like a tree
Creed?
nearby.
He's looking for an Assassin's Creed path, is what I'm getting.
I'm looking for an Assassin's Creed path.
Okay. You can make a perception check, sure.
All right. That is 18.
18.
Yeah.
There are a few stones or like bricks that seem to jut out slightly farther than the rest of the wall. However, they're few and far between, and they would not make a very good climbing path. Who is jingling keys?
Yeah, let's not.
Sorry, that was me.
Somebody's clearly
You
bored.
know, at
I
this
was
point, that
unlocking the
doesn't
door,
surprise
sorry.
me.
Sorry.
He's done
It's all
worse
good.
in the recordings. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Also, there was the one time you were doing for like 20 minutes, so
I thought that was me.
that was you.
Oh, okay. You're saying that I've done worse in the recording?
No, I
Got
was
it.
okay. Sorry, I was saying that he's done worse, and I said, and there was also the time where you did that for 20
Oh, okay.
minutes.
Got it. Okay. Moving on. Yeah. So, there's not really an optimal climbing path. At least none that is occurring naturally. There are some arrow slit windows, and with some assistance, with maybe like I don't want to give you guys too many ideas here, but if you say tied a rope to an arrow, you might be able
Already on it.
to peg into one of the arrow slit holes, arrow slit windows, and possibly create a kind of grapple point.
Already
Now,
on
how
it.
strong are your arrows? If you do that.
I mean, I said it's possible, maybe.
Just
Does
don't
anyone
be a
have
fat ass
polymorph?
about it.
You can all turn into mice and climb up the rope.
I was going to ask, are pitons retrievable or are they consumed upon use?
I would say that they would be retrievable.
Cool. I'm gonna use minor illusion to call further ahead of me as I'm traveling my way around and make like a psst sound to like trying to get their attention. So
Okay.
I don't have to go all the way around.
You
Since
lazy
I can hear Torn falling from and scrapping over there.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'll move toward the pst.
Okay.
Found anything?
Did you say?
There
I
are
didn't
too
catch
many
that. If you
dice.
said something.
Did you find anything?
Yeah. Check this out, and then I'm gonna have them follow me back towards the back of it, and then I'm gonna show them
Okay.
the hole in the ceiling, and then, just because it's safer, I'll use the pitons, and I have 10 of those to make my way up.
Okay.
Would that get me to the top?
I would say that by using a few of them at a time, it's like a 40-foot tower. So between slightly jutted bricks and if you make a really good a pretty good athletics check.
So what I could also do is that I could actually go up and then have my mage hand just bring me the last 5 at a time as I keep placing the others.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that seems reasonable and possible.
Yay! I did a smort. Eat your heart
Okay.
out, Brave.
Okay. So, make me an athletics check anyways.
Because climbing.
Yeah.
If I fall, I'm making the Link scream sound effects.
Okay, Wilhelm.
Natural 20. I am not falling today.
Okay, yeah. You're able to reach the end, like between the pitons and the looser, or not the loose bricks, but the slightly extended bricks. You're able to reach probably like 30 feet, so you've got about 10 feet left to go. So with your mage hand, you'd be able to reach your lowest pitons, and then I would need for you to make a straight wisdom check.
Straight wisdom. Okay, so that's nothing
Yeah.
else, just my wisdom.
Oh no, sorry. Let's do intelligence because intelligence, right?
Why not his gay wisdom?
I'm sorry, you caught out. Could you say that again?
Let's do intelligence instead because it's your spellcasting modifier.
Okay.
Yeah. So do intelligence check.
Okay. And I'm just adding the 2 for my intelligence, right?
Correct.
That totals to 20.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm really
your
scaling the
mage-
crap out of this building.
Your mage hand is pretty able to get you the few extra pitons you need to be able to ascend the rest of the tower. So you are now at the top of the 40-foot tower where there is the gaping, crashed out hole.
I'm gonna do me a peek.
Nope. He does not hear you. So, what are you going to do now that you're at the top?
I am peeking over the edge. I am not jumping in through the hole. I'm looking
Okay.
to see if there's
Yeah,
anything.
Roll me perception.
Thank you, +7. I rolled an 11.
Total of 11? Okay. So, looking down from the hole into the tower, you're able to see some crossbars and stuff that help to support the tower. They kind of intersect and go along the tower. There is a stairway that circles the far outside of the tower, and it goes all the way down. And at the bottom, you see a green dragon.
How far
Cue
below me is the
Crocodile
dragon then?
Hunter voice.
The dragon is all the way at the ground floor, and he's got his head in a doorway. And he's like, you can see that he's flicking his head back and forth. He's watching. He is waiting.
Oh,
He's
right.
trying to anticipate you coming through his cottage.
He's a beaut.
I
Oh,
forgot that there's dragon.
I'm wrestling.
There's elemental type dragons in this world. He's a gas type. Okay.
He's a green, which is poison.
Right.
Something.
I am going to use minor illusion, and I snap my fingers towards the ground outside to create a small sound of a message. That's just telling them what I see. That the dragon, the dragon that we saw last night is down there. It is staring through the building, or into the.
Yeah. I got you.
And I suggest that if they want to, they could try and form. 2 of them could try and distract them, make it and think that they're considering entering again from the front. Just to hold his focus.
I'll give him the good old thumbs up. And still staying a decent way, stay about at least 10, 15 feet away from the door and the window. But I will use minor illusion to make the sounds of murmured discussion as just come up with, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 voices that are discussing how they should enter through the cottage.
Okay. And are you making it loud enough that you be able?
I'm trying to make it like
Where it would at least like kind of hear it.
yeah, I
Right,
want to
right.
make it loud enough that he can hear it, but with a tone to make it sound like they're trying to whisper.
Right. Okay.
Also, I'm going to.
Oh God. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm also going to look down on my shoulder and I'm pulling out of my bag. I have 50 feet of rope.
Okay.
I'm gonna like show them the rope, and I'm like asking them if they have. Do you guys have any rope also?
At this current time, no, I am out of rope because I decided to go hunting.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah. Like, how did you lose your rope?
You are trapped, man.
That was a fun day. Does Torin and Aislinn, do you guys?
Well, Aislin's a bit focused on making it sound like there's party adventurers that are trying to decide whether the paladin should go first, the barbarian should go first. The barbarian really wants to go first, but of course, everyone else is telling him that he's not wearing armor and he should probably go back. The fighter's trying to keep order there. The wizard keeps trying to suggest different spells and getting hushed. And the cleric keeps trying to keep peace.
I got scarlet drapes.
But
The durability
no,
on those
I
be?
don't. I don't really have any. Come on, they've got to be at least as durable as a bed sheet, right?
Yeah.
How durable would a bedsheet be, though?
Children use it to climb out of their windows all the time, right?
Children, not grown adults.
You said you were a grown adult.
More grown
Ooh.
adult than you are.
I have a beard.
You're also married. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
You say that as if that makes him less adult.
No, he's saying it because it makes him.
no,
in
I'm
theory.
saying that as if, like, yeah, that wasn't my point. Anyway,
Right. I don't have rope, so
Yeah.
she just kind of shakes her head at me, like, no. And then goes back to what she's doing. Like, no, figure it out.
it just kind of he shrugs. Like, I don't know.
I yell back to him, Ewok trap. And
Don't
No,
yell
this is-
Ewok trap. Don't do
your
that.
your Ewok trap is like 20-something miles south of you.
He just
I know.
pantomimes the log.
Oh, you got it. I understand.
He just
I thought you said
he forms his fists and then like hits them together in a swinging motion.
I heard I go back to my Ewok trap. I was like, yo, that's not happening.
no, I didn't say that.
Got it. That I misheard. We're good.
It's just a genjutsu. It's fine.
Okay.
Right.
Did
What
you
if we
use
bring the
all of your
tower
rope
down
though?
on top of the train? I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, he did.
Torin.
I didn't have any.
Okay. I have 50 feet, but what I'm looking for is like 80 feet,
Well, the tower's only 40 feet up, right?
and then
you
it's
plan
40
to have
feet
enough
back
on-
down. My idea was to have the heavy dwarf, the strong
The-
heavy dwarf, hold on to one end, so if I need to repel the shit out, I can do that.
Right.
Got it.
Hmm.
I was gonna say there's a stairway that goes down the inside of the tower, but now I realize what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't want to go all the way down to the bottom of the tower.
you
Excuse
could
me,
look for a better
I just need in this doorway. Can I just get it? Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, okay. All right, thanks. I'll be out of your hair in a minute. Hold on. Don't mind me. Would you mind tucking in your neck a little bit?
You could look for a secure anchor point up at the top.
That was my next move, but I wanted to see if I could do that because if someone had another 50 feet, I could tighten and be good.
Yeah, nope.
Cool. That's what I'm gonna do.
The dragon, by the way, is in fact staring intently towards the front door at the moment because of the voices.
Hmm.
I also stare at walls because of the voices.
Well, he's staring towards the front door, and
Which is locked down.
which is open, so he's like expecting any moment for people to come in, and he's ready to unleash his breath again.
He's like a cat about to pounce on something. His butt's just wiggling back and forth, ready. I am ready.
That is in fact what has happened. He's got a little tail swish too. He's like he's
love
excited.
That's they use
He is a
cats
baby
for
dragon
the-
after all.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
no.
He's not
easily
baby.
excited.
He's young. That'd be like a teenage dragon
Well-
as opposed to an adult dragon.
Right, but still.
He's a middle school dragon, like 13.
We call they call him. I can't think of the insult now.
He's a high-waisted man with feminine hips.
No, the other one that you were talking about.
Mustache midget.
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't think of it.
Yep.
So what are you guys gonna do?
I'm looking for something to tie the rope off to.
That's easy enough.
Great. I'm gonna do that and rappel my way down a little bit. Is there a ledge to land on that's not the bottom floor? The stairways go somewhere, right?
Are you going inside the tower?
Well, I thought so. There's stairways, which means that there's upper floors, right?
No, it is a single stairway that ascends to the top of the tower. Whatever used to stand at the top of the tower has collapsed because of the dragon.
Oh, so there's like nothing in here.
No, there are like
Point.
intersectional cross beams and stuff that help give it some structural integrity.
But there's no actual flooring because that's all gone now.
Yeah, because the dragon has used this as his hideaway for the last little. What did RotOG say? Like a month or so.
Something like that.
What if we use the tower to collapse, or what if we collapse the tower on the dragon?
With what? What are you planning? What would you do it with?
Torrin's gonna run at it.
I don't know.
We're gonna give him. We're gonna give him a flag and a veil, and he's just gonna run.
I was thinking if there's some way to break those beams, if they're like wood or something.
They are wooden, but you would have to be on the inside of the tower to break them, and that would make a lot of noise. You wouldn't be able to do it stealthily.
Well, collapsing tower, I don't think he was going for stealth anymore at that point.
Right. But in order to weaken them enough that it might be possible, you'd have to spend a while working at them.
Right.
Okay, so they're pretty well together then.
Yeah.
I'm like deciding what to do because like my only option here is either leave or kill the dragon.
The voices have now hushed each other and are asking one of their members who's definitely killed a few dragons in her time. You're the expert. What do you think is the best plan? And so, yeah, now we're at that stage of course, we killed dragons, but
You're cutting out a lot.
You're a robot right now.
I hate that so much. Let me see.
There we go. That's a little better.
Back?
Yeah.
Okay. The voices have now transferred to Vex. You killed dragons before. You're an expert at this. What do you suggest?
So, at that, the dragon pulls his head back in from the doorway and turns around.
I rolled to hide.
And all right, roll for stealth.
Natural 19.
Okay.
That's 26.
Yeah. Okay. You are able. There is a spot where it looks like there maybe used to be a floor here, and so right up next to the wall there is some additional rubble, some wood that kind of splintered up, and you're able to duck behind it as the dragon is ascending the tower. A combination of like leaps up onto and grabbing onto these cross beams, and then also combined with using his wings to propel himself upwards, and he's just kind of like clambering out the top of the tower.
I'm pressing myself into the tiniest, darkest corner to avoid, because I'm assuming he's not quiet as he's clambering up.
I should.
No, he is definitely making a.
Dragon's just climbing his wings, screaming,
you're
"Hardcore parkour!"
All of your passive perceptions are high enough that you would. So,
how does that calculated again? Out of curiosity.
10 plus wisdom modifier, and then if you are proficient in perception, then you also get your proficiency bonus.
So that would be. Would that be 7 for me?
Do you have a +7 to perception?
He probably put one of his expertise in
Yeah.
I have
perception.
my sleight of hand, my stealth, and my perception have an additional 2. Perception,
Got
actually,
it.
sorry,
Yeah.
perception has 4.
Our expertise instead of
Yeah.
just proficient.
Yep.
Got it. Yeah. Okay.